origin of the Challenge Fund is actually in a former initiative that Southern Voice conducted with IDS, where we tried to identify what are some of the things that can stand in the way of research being its most impactful. We, as Southern Voice, received an investment from the Gates Foundation and acted as a funding intermediary, selecting projects that were going to work within their local contexts.
The Challenge Fund was a pilot project to basically see, would you have more policy-engaged impact processes if there was a Southern intermediary who was holding the funding process, making the selections, and IDS's role was to accompany this process as a learning partner to sort of track the process throughout to see if it was working. You know, if this really is an innovative way that other funders could get on board with to push for systems change.
What can we learn from this investment to inform better investments in the future? The results have been absolutely incredible.
We're working on this research project, testing new services on childcare and women empowerment in rural areas of Guinea-Bissau.
I'm implementing a study in collaboration with Paro in Ecuador on the certification of labor competencies for female caregivers in early childhood programs in Peru, Uruguay, and Ecuador.
We're working with key stakeholders that really know the context and are champions into supporting initiatives in the community in the area of early childhood.
The aim of our project is to enhance the recognition of female caregivers and their employability. I think the most important contribution and impact of this fund is to make researchers work hand in hand with policymakers right from the beginning of the project.
We appreciated the engagement, the flexibility that they provided us, because each context is different. So to have the flexibility of adapting, I think this is crucial.
What we really hope is to be able to use all of this knowledge to influence a shift in funding, in the perception of what is risk for a funder.
To me, an ideal outcome would be that other funders get on board with doing things differently. They don't have to run things the way they normally do. They don't have to have that level of control. They can give up control and they can still get something that is more than they can imagine out of the process. But it does require taking a risk.
This has been an extremely valuable journey and one that we hope to be able to replicate in future instances and potentially work on these kind of investments that allow for direct local impact in communities, but also allow to derive positions that can inform global debates about how to make this happen.